A Boy Called Bat, Day 6. Chapters 12 and 13 will be read by Mr. Pennerman and Miss Schatzbarger.
Hi, I'm Mr. Pennerman, and I'll be reading Chapter 12, Finally. On Monday afternoon, after Miss Kiko rang the bell, Bat walked outside as fast as he could without running. Running was not allowed in the school hallway. Bat couldn't wait to go home to his very own room. He couldn't wait to see the baby kid again. He had called Mom every day to ask about the kid, and she had called him each night to tell him a story before he went to sleep. But now, finally, he would get to see the kid and smell its fur and feed it with a dropper. And maybe Mom would even let him name the kid. He had thought all weekend about a good name, and he thought he finally had the perfect one. He couldn't wait to tell Mom. But Mom's burgundy station wagon wasn't in the line of waiting cars. Israel's mom was there in her tall blue van, and Jenny Pearson's grandmother was there in her little green bug. One by one, Bet watched his classmates climb into cars. Blue cars, white cars, black cars, and clean cars, and dirty cars. No Mom car. Suddenly, Bet felt a hand on his shoulder. It was a man's hand, with 3 silver rings, Mr. Grayson's hand. "Your mom must be running late, huh, Bat?" asked Mr. Grayson. Up close like this, Bat noticed a line of hard, short little hair sprouting above his teacher's upper lip. Was Mr. Grayson trying to grow a mustache? "Mr. Grayson," Bat said, "did you know that gorillas can catch human colds and other illnesses?" "Is that so?" said Mr. Grayson. "It is," said Bat. Sometimes when Bat was nervous about something, like right now, when he was nervous about where his mother was and why she was late, he thought about interesting animal facts. "Well, did you know," said Mr. Grayson, "that if you lift a kangaroo's tail off the ground, it can hop?" "Yes," said Bat. "Doesn't everyone know that?" Mr. Grayson laughed. The stubbly little hairs above his lip bobbed up and down. "Maybe so," he said. Bat considered whether he should tell Mr. Grayson that his mustache looked a lot like a caterpillar. But just when Mom pulled up in her burgundy wagon, she waved, honked her normal 3 friends honks. "There she is," said Mr. Grayson. "I know," said Bat. "I can see her." Mr. Grayson sighed and rubbed his finger along his upper lip. "Okay, Bat," he said. "Have a good afternoon." He waved at Bat's mom before walking away across the parking lot to his own car. It was a little orange coupe, usually dusty, but clean today because of the rain over the weekend. Bat opened the back door of the station wagon and climbed in, slipping out of his backpack before he shut the door. "Hello, Bat," said Mom. "Hello," said Bat. He buckled his seatbelt. "You're late." "I know," Mom said. "I'm sorry." She turned around from the front seat to smile at him. "I missed you," she said. Then she turned back around and started driving toward home. "I missed you too," Bat said. "Dad made chili and wouldn't let me watch the Animal Channel because there was a basketball game and Janie was busy all weekend practicing that song for her stupid play." Janie loved to sing and dance and act, and she was getting ready to audition for the role of Alice in Alice in Wonderland, her school's spring play. "Is she getting good at the audition song?" Mom asked. "I don't know," Bat said. "How is the baby kid? Is he at home?" "Yes," said Mom. "I set up an enclosure for him in the living room." "Like Baby Cake's enclosure?" "Not that big," Mom said. As they turned the corner onto their street, Plum Lane, Bat saw Janie up ahead on the sidewalk. He could tell it was her by the way her dark brown ponytail swung side to side. Her hair was thick and straight like a horse's tail, which was why Bat liked it, even though he would never tell Janie.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Schatzbarger, 6th grade teacher here at Oak Park. I'm going to read to you from the book A Boy Called Bat, Chapter 13. This chapter is called What's in a Name? What's in a Name? The enclosure was nothing like Baby Cake's enclosure. It was just a dog kennel, a smallish one. Blue plastic with a handle on top and a black grate door that locked. But inside, Mom had made a nice nest out of old ripped up t-shirts. Did you use any of mine, Bet asked. I did, Mom said. I hope that's okay. It's better than okay, Bet answered. If the t-shirts still have my scent, then maybe the kit will bond with me. I don't think we could get your scent out of your shirts if we tried, Bet, said Janie. That's teasing, said Bet, but he was peering into the enclosure and didn't feel very upset. Did you use any of mine, Mom? Janie asked. No, Mom said. Don't worry. I don't see him, Bet said. I don't see him anywhere. He's definitely in there, Bet, Mom said. The door was latched and everything, and he's still too little to walk anyway. His eyes aren't even open yet. But Bet unlatched the door and stuck his hand inside. Yes, there was the kit, tiny and warm, wrapped in a fold of fabric. He's safe, Bet said. Okay, Bet, Mom said. Latch up the cage and go wash your hands. Let's have a snack. At the table, Janie was smearing peanut butter on crackers. She'd gotten out a second butter knife for Bet. Bet loved peanut butter, but he could never pack peanut butter sandwiches for school lunches because Lynn was allergic to peanuts. The entire Saw-Wet school was a nut-free zone. Janie passed a roll of crackers to Bet. And if you can see this picture, they're sitting at the luncheon table or the breakfast table, and they're eating their snack of crackers and peanut butter. Mom had heated water in the kettle and poured out 3 cups of tea. Tea and crackers and peanut butter. Wonderful. I wonder if Strippy will like peanut butter, he said, trying to be casual about the name. You know, when he's all grown up. Strippy, or maybe it's Stripey, said Janie. Is that what you're calling the skunk? It's a good name, Bet said. It's a really good name. Skunks have stripes. There you go, guys. It's Stripey. I'm not sure it's a good idea to be naming the skunk, Mom said. She looked concerned with little wavy wrinkles across her squished up forehead. If you name him, it will be too easy to get attached. And remember, he's only staying with us for a few more weeks. Besides, said Janie, who says you get to name him? I'll bet I could come up with a name way better than Stripey. No, you couldn't, Bet said, stabbing the knife into the peanut butter jar. Stripey is the best name for a skunk. You always want to give things dumb, obvious names, Janie said. Bet felt sharp, hot tears in his eyes. Do not, he whispered. When you were 4, you named your teddy bear Barry. And last year, when that stray cat kept coming into our yard, you named her Patches. She was a calico, Bet said. Calicos look like they are covered in patches. Janie said, Mom, be nice. Aw, Bet doesn't mind. Do you, Bet? Asked Janie. Of course Bet minded, but he didn't want Janie to know how much she had hurt his feelings. Well, what would you name the kid, he asked. I don't know. Give me a minute to think about it. Janie munched on crackers and Mom sipped her tea. But Bet just waited to hear what Janie would come up with. He knew it wouldn't be so good as Stripey, and he couldn't wait to tell her so. I've got it, Janie said after a minute. Mom, he was born last Thursday, right? Mom said. And we want him to be big and strong. We're learning about mythology in school. I think we should name the skunk after the biggest, strongest Nordic god. We should name him Thor. Thor? Asked Mom. The thunder god, Janie said, is perfect. See, because they used to celebrate Thor's Day, and now we call that Thursday, and that's when the skunk was born. Thor, Bet whispered. Sometimes Janie was annoying. Sometimes she was a mean tease. But sometimes, Bet thought, she was brilliant.
Chapter 12, question. How can Bet tell that it's Janie on the corner? Answer. By the way her ponytail swings back and forth. Chapter 13, question. Sometimes Janie was annoying and sometimes she was a mean tease. Sometimes she's what? Answer. Brilliant.